Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad and today I'm going to drink a salt beer. This one is in collaboration with Wild Beer and this is We Challenge You to a Hop Off and is a mountain IPA at 7.2%. Pretty big percentage there. And it says on the front that it's hazy and hoppy. And there it is with the can art. I quite like this can art, it's nice. Sort of reminds me, obviously, the salt hexagons, and it reminds me of sort of like an acid trip sort of thing, like they describe it in movies. That kind of that's what it looks like. This is a vegan beer, which is quite nice. Not that I'm vegan, but you know, more vegan drinks, more people can drink, which is always good. And there's some guff on the side, which I'll read out quickly. If you don't want to listen to me ramble on, skip ahead. If you want to listen to what it says, because you've not had it and you're curious, stick around. It says, a collaboration with our good friends at Wild Beer Co. This mountain IPA is inspired by the classic West Coast bitterness and the East Coast juiciness of some of our favourite American beer styles, showcasing Idaho 7 strata hops. Leading notes of juicy stone fruit and pine are followed by a classic bitter finish. And it says that there. That's interesting, so I've got a vague idea what I'm going into. This I got from the Salt website. I don't remember how much it cost me. I just buy in bulk. I never actually buy one beer from a website just because it's a waste of money. May as well go for the free delivery, why not? And yeah, that is all the guff on the can. So let's crack it open and see what we've got, shall we? Now, I can't say for certain that I've ever had a mountain IPA. So I don't know what they usually taste like. I don't know if this is just something that they've called it just because they can call it that, or if it's actually a style of IPA. I don't know. I'm just letting the head settle. Yeah, I don't know. West Coast and East Coast blend should be quite nice, should be interesting. So let's get to it. That's the beer. We've got ourselves a nice orange looking beer with an ivory compact head around the side, but when you look down on it, it's very, very loose. It's like fairy dish soap. It's very, very loose, very bubbly. Looks really nice. Let's get a smell and see what we get, shall we? I can smell the yeast. I'm not gonna lie, the smell isn't really that appealing. It's less appealing than I thought it was gonna be. There's a hint of stone fruit in there, plums, peaches, but there's not much else in the way of anything else. It just smells, I don't want to say it, but it kind of smells like off bread. It smells a little, not mouldy, but it smells off. I'm hoping it's not. It's Salt, they don't usually send me off beers whenever I order, so might just be the smell of it. But from what I smell, it smells off. There's a hint of stone fruit, but it smells mostly like yeast. Not really that appealing. Let's get a mouthful of boiling carb. Carbs dead light. It's really, really fine. That body, light medium, going to a medium body. So far, so good, I guess. Let's get a big old taste, shall we? Cheers. I'm not really sure what to think of this one. It's quite bitter. It's got quite a piney resinous bitterness, quite a piney resin bitterness. It's more bitter than fruit. It's stone fruit is there. It's just not punching through this bitterness. It's really, really struggling to try and showcase the fruit. Like I say, that pine resin bitterness is there. That's the star of the show, which I wasn't really expecting because it says, yeah, juicy stone fruit followed by pine. Juicy stone fruit and pine are followed by a classic bitter finish. Yeah, it's got a bitter finish, fine, but it's very heavy on this pine. It's not really relying on these stone fruits. I thought it'd at least be a balance or a nice hit of stone fruit leading into this pine resin sort of taste, but it's not. It's very, very pine heavy, very resinous, very bitter heavy, with this sort of hint of the stone fruit. So yeah, you got your plums, nice dark stone fruit. You get a hint of peaches, the nice lighter stone fruit, but there's not much else in the way of flavour. It's very heavy on the pine, very heavy on the bitter. Not sure I'm a big fan of it. I'll drink it. It's not bad. I've had better from Salt. I've had worse from other companies. I'm not going to name any, but I have had better from Salt. For me, it's not a new favourite. I don't know who's chose the hops for this one or chose the malts or whatever goes into this one. It's just, yeah, not really for me. Very, very heavy on the pine, very heavy on the bitter. Not for me, but it's not a bad beer. I'll still drink it, but if there was something else, I'd drink something else. So, I think with that, I'm going to go away and finish it, because like I say, I've spent money on it. It's not bad that it deserves to go down the drain. It just could be better, it just needs to be, I'd say a touch more fruit. Just give it something that adds that sweetness to it, because that's what it's missing, just a fruity sweetness, because it's this bitterness and this pine, it's too heavy, it's too strong, that it sort of pretty much cancels out all this sweetness and all this fruity, juicy flavour that you get from stone fruit sometimes. It's missing out on that. It just needs more sweetness, more fruitiness. I think personally that's what it needs. Just a bit more on the fruity, sweeter side. But if this is what they're going for, they've got it. If it's not, then they've not got it. It's one of them. I think this one's going to be definitely down to personal preference. If you like a bitter beer, you're going to like this. If you'd like a sweet beer and you're not a bitter fan, you're probably not going to enjoy this one as much like I do. I like a sweet beer. I do like a dark beer as well. Sometimes I do like a bitter beer, but I have to be in the mood, and I'm just not in the mood for a bitter, or at least a bitter beer. I don't think it's even that. It's not for me. So I think with that, I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna drink it because I've paid for it, but like I say, not for me. So, Salt and Wild Beer. We challenge you to a hop-off mountain IPA at 7.2. It even says there it's hoppy, and I don't get any hops in it. I don't even get that hoppiness. It's just bitter and pine, resin. It's just not what it says. Anyway, out of 10, I personally give that, I don't want to go this low, but I'm going to give it a 6. Because it's in that okay range. It's in that, it's okay. 4, 5, and 6 is that, it's okay range. It's sort of in the middle, fine sort of stuff. So yeah, it's getting a 6, and I don't like giving Salt 6 because they usually do quite well. Recently they've kind of had a bit of a tumble, but usually they do quite well, and this one's, it's not really doing it for me. So if you've had this before, please let me know. Let me know what you think, if you like it, if you don't. If you've not had it, I'll leave a link to Salt's website down below. You can still get this from the time of recording. Pardon me. You still can get this at the time of recording. I don't remember how much it cost. Probably about £4, £5. I don't know, but it's still on the website if you want it. If you like the video though, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so, because the show must go on, etc, etc, so on and so forth, and I'll see you later.